Yeah. What is up? And welcome once again to another episode. As always, I'm your host. I'm Will Bryant. And I'm so happy you guys are back. Honestly, not really. I can't tell if you're back or not at the time of this recording. So it's just something that I said because I've heard other people say that in other things. And I feel kind of stupid already for saying it. So whatever. Am I happy right now? I guess. What is happy? I'm content. Is that good enough? Can you take content? Are you good enough with content? Like, I'm not sad. I'm not pissed. That's pretty good. Pretty good where I come from. All right. So how about, I don't know. I already got off on a little tangent here, but it's all good because tangents. I recently was on another podcast called Stay Introverted, and they were talking about writing the tangent, and I swear to God, I thought they were talking about math, and I was very confused. But then they were talking about kind of what I do here on the podcast. Remember how I've said I've once thought I might call this podcast Sidebar with Will Bryant because I keep going on sidebars every time I try to have a conversation with myself and record it for all of you guys to listen to. Plus, it's kind of a double entendre since I'm a bartender. Sidebars, riding the tangent, it's the same thing, just different words. It's basically an excuse for your mind wandering all over the place and following it with your words. Does that make sense? No? Did I lose you? Less than 3 minutes into the podcast? Well, if that's the case, I think I've done my job already. I don't think the podcast is quite ruined just yet, so I'm not going to say it. Mm-mm. Instead, I'm going to keep drinking this 9.5% alcohol by volume sour monkey that I was talking about last week. And speaking of last week, you guys heard part 1 of my conversation with Ciisco and Alex, otherwise known as Global Goal Music. Well, this week we keep the conversation going because we just really couldn't stop talking. They came through to my crib around 7 o'clock at night, and we probably didn't start recording till probably a little bit after 7:30, after the the niceties were over and done with. We went on for definitely later than I intended, and I think maybe, just maybe, my girl was a little annoyed because she thought she was gonna be able to sleep earlier than 10, but no, not on this night. Not on Global Goal Music Night. The conversation is just a little too interesting. I don't know. Also, it was my first time ever interviewing 2 people at the same time. Truth be told, I definitely learned some things. I learned that talking to one person one-on-one is very different than talking to 2 people. And that doesn't mean that this interview went badly. That's not what I mean at all. No, it's just, it's a different dynamic, I think. Maybe you guys noticed it a little bit in episode 60. Right? That's what we're up to, right? We're up to 61 now? God, it's kind of nuts, no? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that last episode was episode 60. I don't know. I'm losing count. That's how deep into this I'm getting. I'm losing count. I guess that's a good thing. I'm getting so into this. I'm doing so many at a time. I've got so many in the bank, as they say. That means that I've had episodes recorded before the due date. Like I'm having children over here. It's beginning to be a little blurry in my head. I'm choosing to see the positive in that it's a good thing and not a bad thing. I don't know. Speaking of seeing the positive, I learned in my 3+ hour conversation with these guys that Alex is a very positive guy. If you didn't get that in part one, you'll definitely get it in part two. And I think it's good to know positive people like him. I'm the type of person that when something goes wrong, it really gets me down. Especially if it's related in the DJ music world, because there's just something about things going wrong in this industry that seems inevitable. And anyone that's ever tried to DJ on a serious level, even just a little bit, anyone that's tried to produce music on a serious level, even just a little bit, they know what I'm talking about. Shit just goes wrong in our industry, doesn't it? And I don't mean like, oh, my life is terrible. No. I mean like, why the fuck isn't this program loading? Or why the hell am I not getting any sound? Shit just goes wrong. Where's the bass? Why is there no... Where the fuck is the bass? Shit just goes wrong in our industry. I don't know why. In fact, I talked to you guys last week about how I met Ciisco when I went back to school. I'm not kidding you. The first lesson in basically every class is troubleshooting, because shit will always go wrong and you'll want to shoot yourself when you find out that you're in trouble. That's not what troubleshooting means, but it basically should. Because every time something went wrong, every time I ran into trouble at school, at class, at whatever, I wanted to shoot myself. Now, obviously, I don't condone this, but just go with it, okay? I can't tell you the amount of times that I felt lost when I was back in school when I first met Ciisco. And I told you guys last week that I would rely on him a lot to get me out of those situations. Well, I think if I had Alex's mindset, I probably wouldn't have been on the ledge, so to speak, so often every time something went wrong. It took a lot of things going wrong throughout my entire tenure in music production school to get to the point where I can accept failure on somewhat of a positive level. See, we talked about it a little bit, how you have to take these mistakes as learning opportunities and realize that if you made this mistake, it only means that you might not make it again next time. I remember, in fact, in that lovely... I love that one of my most successful episodes ever is about my most epic failure in life. But hey, it's what you guys like. It's my pain and my failures and how pathetic I am. But fuck it. My epic failure, the story of Vibe Fest 2, that episode that happened way back last year, where I detail how my first ever, music festival or music party, whatever party that I threw outside of my own crib was a complete and utter disaster. Ciisco was at that. And I ended that episode talking about, or quoting one of my favorite quotes by Paul Heyman. And I remember talking about that with these guys again in my conversation with them. And it took a lot for me to get to that type of mindset. You know, I don't think I would have handled Vibe Fest 2 as well as I did if I would have failed like that in my early 20s as opposed to my mid 30s. I don't think I'm early 30s anymore. Alex seems like the type of dude that you want in your corner when shit goes wrong. So I can see why Ciisco works with him, and I can see why the two of them work well together. They're a great dichotomy. I think that the two of them will go places together. I really do. Which is why I'm really glad that I was able to talk to them for this long on this show. And why I'm really glad that you guys get to listen in on that conversation. I was really I was really impressed by the duo known as, well, the duo is not known as Global Goal Music. Their company is Global Goal Music. And that's why in this episode, I am, if you check out the title, it's not with Ciisco and Alex, it's with Global Goal Music. And what are we talking about? We're talking about that impossible thing that we're all trying to do. Chasing dreams. So before we get into that, let me chase something else. Let me chase clout by asking you to follow me on all platforms. It's 3 words. I'm Will Bryant. You can follow me on Instagram, on X, on TikTok, on Threads, on YouTube, on Twitch, on Spotify, on all that shit. It's 3 words. I'm Will Bryant. That's Bryant. Like Kobe. Thank you guys for having patience with me. The type of patience that Alex has whenever someone yells at him, "Why is there no sound? God damn it." So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, part 2 of my conversation with the company, the entity known as Global Goal Music.
Yeah, I think that's smart. Like, if you're gonna have it for longer, even if you have it for longer,
Just break it up. You hate
divide
that.
it.
You hate that pop filter. You're the professional here, man.
I'm like purposely hitting it, but not really. Like, it doesn't look like.
Oh man.
Oops.
Yeah, but I mean, I break it up into 2 parts. I mean, the way I look at it is, I don't want someone to see, oh my god, 3.5 hours and be like, no, I can't do that.
That's a lot.
And then also, I have 2 episodes instead of just 1.
That'll be dope.
So,
yeah.
because I mean, I don't live stream, although I'm thinking about adding that to the future.
That'll be dope.
But like, what I would do is I would probably live stream it for people that want to watch it. But I still wouldn't release the episode on podcasting. I mean, for podcasting and YouTube till like whenever it's time. Because like I was saying, you guys, I've got so many episodes already recorded that this episode won't come out for like another month.
Okay.
So, but I was telling him, like, I'm looking into live streaming where like it would be like, follow me live on like whatever I do, Twitch or YouTube, and you get to watch the show live immediately. And if you don't see it that day, that hour, you have to wait till it comes out, in like a month or something like that.
Yeah.
So it drives people to...
Well, that's
It's always good to divide it into shorts, maybe, so you can have more content into it.
Content is the thing nowadays, dude. It's like...
Content we have to contain. You just have to contain the content.
You
Get
guys...
in the program.
I'm seeing that...
You
guys have a lot of... Yeah, I'm seeing...
now
I'm hearing too much, and this is all too much.
Too much. This world, though.
You have a lot of... All of your shows have heavy music... I don't even want to say influences. There's just heavy music involvement going on. So it makes it difficult for you guys to do something like YouTube, right?
No. The problem with YouTube is always the copyright.
Right, because of the songs that they're playing.
Always,
right?
it's like
I think now YouTube is working something with YouTube Music. I feel like now they're taking more charge into like paying the artists or something like that. I just recognize them because I tested that out when I did sort of like a hybrid mix and just posted it on YouTube just to see what's up. And then of course now you can see the names of the songs that I was playing combined to what I was doing hybrid, of course. So I never saw a problem.
What do you mean by hybrid?
When DJs talk about hybrid, they talk about like how using improvising. So you improvise using machines that this puppet.
You're just gonna. You even said I had a good mic, and you're like, I'm gonna fix that.
It's a great mic. It's not a great pop filter. It's not a great pop filter.
Excuse me.
I was like, yo.
You should have one like holding it now.
Okay.
That's
okay.
it. But going back to what we were talking about, what we were talking about. Dude, it happens to me all the time. Dude, like you switch the topic.
YouTube copyrights for YouTube because you guys say you're
Correct.
on Vimeo. You guys are still using Vimeo.
Yeah.
Vimeo and Mixcloud those are your main 2 platforms.
I want to say for now, at least to have our things out. Yes,
Yes,
just to have it out, because a lot of artists were asking, as you know, as Alex was saying before, they were asking for it a lot, and we're like,
Yeah, so that's what I was going
like
to
Vimeo,
ask.
you pay for Vimeo to keep the videos.
Ah.
You pay for it, but at the same time, and our platform is not related to social things.
Yeah, right.
It's more related to official platform. So we are the platform. So if you go to the web page, you see the shows.
Okay.
You see all the info. You can see even yourself, and you can click and just go there.
That's what I wanted to
Something that
ask.
we cannot do with YouTube.
Right. So like you guys are a little bit, maybe, I don't know if handcuffed is the right word, but you have to work around the limitations that regular things like YouTube or Instagram and even Twitch, right? They hold you back, right?
Yeah, that's So
off the books, you know.
and it's still because that was the only way. Even if we have the material, we can re-stream that. Like if we work with the material, that's the priceless content that we have.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can play how many DJs?
Like
40,
that's 30 plus
DJs,
2 hours. That's like 60 hours.
50 DJs.
Yeah.
Wait, for what? On what?
For the both shows or Sounds of the
Oh, that's how
Under
much you
and
guys
the
will have.
and
Right, right.
we
yeah.
have so many content that, like, if the people are interested at the point that it get, like, let's say viral or more corporate people that they want to deal with us.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we go to conference, the people we say, yo, who is these guys? You know, they go straight up to the web page and they will say, oh, you have a value content. Like you are not a social thing, you know, that you put it out, and that's what we're working on.
And the good thing about, I'm sorry.
No,
the
go
good
ahead.
thing
Yeah,
about like, let's say the websites or the links that we're putting on. In this case, Mixcloud. Mixcloud made it very easy for us just to put a link, people clicking on it, and they will see it straight up the live video.
Oh.
You know, some other software or websites or whatever, you have to log in or you have a username or they have
So
to
I was going to say,
invite
so
you on
someone that has never used Mixcloud at all
they can just go and
see it immediately.
Click the
That's
link
actually,
and
yeah,
that's
that's big.
And they can tap the comments and do all the stuff that you do in social media. They can do it in the Mixcloud.
Nice.
yeah, so that made people that they don't have to sign up or all that go through all that
That's big.
go through all that travel. Just a click and boom, you were able to see our live for free, of course.
For sure, yeah.
We don't charge people like that because art should be free, right? Music should be free.
Your music should be free.
Yeah, except mine because I gotta live on it. No mine. Yeah, but sometimes, yeah. But that Mixcloud help a lot, and that's when we start analyzing between the platforms which is better working for us at that moment, at least. Mixcloud did the job for us and very smoothly. So.
Yep.
So I don't know if this is information that I'm not privy to yet, that you're not allowed to tell me since you're so exclusive. But you said Studio B is more like going to be like a podcasting type of studio. Is that correct?
Yes, it can be live streaming, podcasts, and radio.
So does that mean that you guys are now trying to maybe incorporate a show that does not involve live music or DJing or something? Like, are you guys?
It's gonna be the whole setup, everything. The whole setup, like a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
You can have your own show as a DJ. If you want to have rented the place to run your own show, we can provide the links on Mixcloud and keep you in our cloud, let's say, in our production things. Or if you want to do the podcast, like a talk podcast like this one, we have the other studio.
Oh, so
it's
you
pretty
guys
much we want to create the setup for all those
for other people to do
all this setup where you can have multiple ideas involved with it. You want to have DJs on it? Okay, we rent out the room and boom.
Got it. But you guys yourself were not going to start
we're gonna do it in our own time, of course.
We're just telling you the project itself in a
very macro way.
In the macro, and then obviously we are gonna have our own show.
Are you guys planning for 3 shows again in your season 3?
Sure, I think I'm gonna have my show in two different shows. I think so because
if we invite someone else on, we could probably have a 3rd show running pretty well.
Season 2 was what, 2 or 3 shows?
3 shows.
3 shows.
So imagine that the 3rd one we had our boy Ruben from Mexico. Shout out to
Yeah.
him. Like he was the one hosting and inviting people.
Oh, okay. I thought
that was the third one. Yeah, that was the third guy doing that job, and we were back. We were in the back doing the direction, the commercials too, all that.
So your one was essentially your show, one was yours, and then this third guy had.
But now it's like, you know, for the my idea that I have in my show is like, I think I want to work more close to the people, not too open like as a TV show, because it's people. Not all the people is ready for that, so it can be more faster to go like working. Oh, I got your track, I'm gonna play it.
What do you mean people aren't ready for that? The guests or the audience?
No, the people outside, they are not ready. I mean, they forget they are not using the big idea to pull out with elegant way to put out the music.
Okay.
You know, everybody want to go short, so that's why they put in a lot of music in Spotify. But they don't take care about the whole concept of the music. You know, even if they say, oh no, like in Chile, in South America, a lot of they are lovers with the hip hop. They say, no, we are underground and fuck the money, fuck the corporation, brother. Spotify is giving some money, so why you talking about? What are you talking about? Right? So to educate the artists, from 100 you're gonna have 5. They want to be artists on the bigger pictures. You know, the dream is too big for a lot of people. So in order like I say, in order to be an artist, you need to know how the business music is running, or you're gonna get screwed. Simple as that.
Simple as that, you know.
So even if we use the free tools that we can get to help the other ones, is I think that they until we get the moment to make the TV concept
or the bigger jump
shows,
right.
We go back to that, we are gonna be like Brolic style, because we put in 5 cameras, we got a switch and everything, light and everything. It was beautiful. You know, we can do it like that was our second time to do like our first time,
right?
You know, first time trying that, and we did 7 months. But if we do it again, it needs to be like bigger. So now the step, it needs to be short. They want to go back with the sounds of the under, but now it depends on their production. So they want to do it again. They have their way to do it. Their idea. Oh no, they control. They show. They at all like
who's they? Who's they? You
say in this case, let's say as an example is given like if we were able to bring back sounds of the under, me and my other boy, we'll be the ones producing the entire thing. You know? But we will have everything almost set up.
Yeah,
so
at the beginning,
it would just be a matter of what do we do this on the timing and where.
At the beginning, it was a learning process because I was having the experience on the TV shows. So we did it the Groovy Wednesday, right, with multi cameras, and the second one we put in more what I learned in my process. So we put in a practice, and they learned that. So now it's on day. So they know already what I like, what is the vision. Is that so? Where's the point? So now they know already what is the process or what we can.
And that's a good thing about with Alex. I don't really sometimes have to ask him like the things that I'm doing or why I'm doing it, because he trusts me. You know, he trusts me that it's for the better. It's for the same vision. It's for the people. It's for us. It's, you know.
The only thing that I do is hold it. I hold the projects. Yeah, I hold the projects.
What do you mean you hold the project?
I hold the project because you can be anxious. You can anxious to do stuff. And
it's like when you chill out, we'll talk about it.
That makes sense.
I told him, and that was happening. Like because he was like, "Yo, Alex, you've been talking about like if we're gonna do something, let's do it. Let's do it." And he pushed me on the like, "You really wanna do it?" But I told him, "We cannot stop. We are not gonna be tired. There is no excuses for that shit." Oh no, yeah. He pushed it so much that he got those sounds of the under. at the end of the 7 months, he was like, "Oh shit, now I got it. I know why you holding it because we need to prepare before.
Yeah,
we need to have because I was pushing it. Like I was directing all the shows, so I was telling the guys, yo, you need to have your guests." You need to have your months already
lined up, scheduled. Yeah,
block it. You need to block your guests.
That really was working against us because at the beginning we were getting the guests like per week,
which has got to be nerve wracking. Like,
and it was because at the same time you gotta do the flyer, you gotta explain the artist what's going on.
That's the thing, and it's not just inviting. It's not just inviting. Not just inviting the guests. We want to do it. You want to go big. You need to think big. So you need to do the pre-promo. You need to promote it because you want people in the live streaming show.
Yes,
and then you need to make the flyer. Who's going to do the flyer? Okay, we don't have the design, so we are on. You
guys do your own graphics, so to say?
Yeah, and all that.
I study in Canva University. Cheers to that, dude. So,
Canva.
In Canva University, you start learning a lot of design, how to do a flyer, how to do this.
No, and it was a pushing on it, like, yo, guys, you want to do it, you need to have what I'm asking.
Yeah.
If not, we don't do that.
That's why I was so shocked when you said that was your format week in and week out, because I know what work it takes just to do what I do, and I mentioned it earlier. I bank episodes. I record them, I hold them, and then I have a little bit of time to work on them. And the idea of live streaming, like you got, like if you need an audience the day of, and then the promotion takes time to put 2 pictures together, to do edits, to do renders, to do all this shit. It all takes time, and then even posting it on social media takes time. Everything takes time. Everything takes effort. Everything takes energy. And
so that is a production company.
And
so
I think what you guys are doing is tough, and I'm not surprised you got fatigued. I'm not surprised you got burnt. I think for what the level and the scale of what you guys are doing, seasons make sense to give you guys just time to charge your battery again. Because
time to realize.
I don't see how that's
and we was fighting for that, and we also when we was doing the event. Our own event.
Yeah.
We was doing one generic flyer and one video promo with the picture and all that for every single artist. So it was 20 plus 1.
Yeah.
So it was 21. Imagine that, because we want to support the artists, so the artists want to feel artists, and all that stuff is part of the process.
Of course, yeah.
You give it and they give it to you back. Even if they don't give it to you back, you're doing it right.
So I'm similar. I feel that 100% because like every guest that comes here, not only do I put out content for them on social media, but this will be on YouTube since we're not there's nothing copyrighted here, so this gets to go out on YouTube, on Spotify.
I can sing the song right
That's
now.
Please don't ruin.
No, would you tell me some Eminem or something?
But for YouTube, like even just the thumbnail, I want every episode has its own unique thumbnail, which is a unique image with me and my guests, and has a different title and different. I want every person to feel like they were taken care of when they're on the show. When people are doing my show, including you guys, I feel like you guys are doing me a favor being on my show. So what I have to do is my best to make it worth your time. To make you guys feel in a month from now, when this episode comes out, when the YouTube video comes out, when it's on Spotify, when it's on Apple, when it's on Instagram, when it's on TikTok, when it's on Threads, when it's on whatever else I have that I forgot about.
And you're just one.
What's that?
And you're just one person. Imagine for us, it got to a point that we're getting mad at each other, as we were mentioning before. Because between 6 at that point, we started scaling who was doing more than the other.
Ooh.
So that also got us into a point that was a clicking point.
Who was doing more?
We was doing.
You're looking at
versus the guests.
No, not with the guests.
Not with the guests, but with the people that we are working with.
Oh,
we also, as
you did mention there were other people.
We always do the meetings, and we know okay. we trying to face the reality, and they say, okay, I know how to mix, he know how to mix, so I trust him, he trusts me, oh, you know how to set up a mic, okay, you know how to open the software. But if we working as a team, everybody needs to know everything.
Yes.
The same thing, because if I get sick, we don't relate everything to one.
Yes.
But later on, it was a comfort zone for someone saying like, oh, okay, so Ciisco, I'm sorry, can you be there early? Or sometimes it was me. Mm-hmm. Nobody want to, like, the host was there, but there was no director in there. And I cannot get mad because he was directing two shows.
So you got to a point that maybe I will have to. You got to a point that I ran it by myself, one of our guests, because nobody was able to do it. So imagine I was interviewing the guy. Okay, go on. I leave the mic and then go back to the spot and direct it. Otherwise, this guy wouldn't get the credibility.
Set it up for cameras, 5 cameras.
Man, so it was like a whole deal. And then, you start comparing with the other, in this case, coworkers, let's say. So it was bad because I didn't want to compare to them. But at the same time, I felt that I was doing more in these aspects.
Right.
He felt that he was doing more in these aspects and this guy's not. Or vice versa, And that's where it gets to like, sheesh, we wanted to grow, but at the same time, you were putting more work, or they were putting more work, or whoever was putting more work, and you started not having this difference for no reason.
Yeah, but more than that, it was like not a fight, but you started to enjoy. Ooh. So when you started to enjoy, it's starting to be a work.
Right. Yes.
So you wasn't enjoying the project, the whole.
So how did you fix that?
We stopped it.
But
but it wasn't like a meeting.
Are you saying you stopped? You just stopped? That's like the end of the season.
Let's say like a month before we were kind of announcing it that we're gonna have 4 more weeks, something like that. We
did a meeting, like okay, everybody got in the meeting, and it was like, okay, this is the situation. We talk about the situation, and I was like, guys, I just need the last month because we cannot let that shit go. I need one more month.
So are you bringing in new people? Are you bringing in the same people then just expecting more?
For now it's like we just working in what we're focused now, and the two of you guys, new part and the new studios.
Yeah, I think step by step
because
at the moment.
Talent is out. There's a lot of talent. So people who really want to work, or some, if we can say, the fresh new generations or new people, they really want to do something with it, because it's not something that you need to be all to do that. Mm-hmm. But there is a lot of how would I say it, people people who want to do like a radio stuff, like they really like, but there is no places to develop all those talents.
Yeah.
Guys, let's do it. But you need to be serious. At least give me 2 months, and then that part, that's the problem. I like it. I give it the chance. I take the chances. I take the risk. And he's looking at me like, what you doing? What you doing now? Always is like that. Always is like that. He look at me like that, like yo, motherfucker, what you doing now? Like, because I'm like that. But it came out good. For the same reason, it's chances. But if we need to stop it, we stop it. But we stop it in the right way.
Without bringing up, put it this way, without taking you guys back to a negative place, can you guys remember what might have been a point in your relationship working together that the two of you guys were conflicting in maybe different ideas, or maybe just pissed off at each other about something? A lot, really?
All the time.
Really?
But we talk about that. Like,
we're grown. So
like, it's how we let
sometimes like we take one idea. My perspective could be good, and sometimes in his eyes, he knows what's going behind it. And vice versa too, Even I think today,
the way you started that sentence, I swear to God, I thought you were gonna say, "See, usually we fight because my perspective is good, and Alex's perspective is bad."
Most of the time,
no, but it's how we said at the beginning. like you have the idea, you bring to the table the project, right?
Yeah.
So we are not gonna say it's bad.
Right.
I'm thinking in the bad part. The bad part. I'm thinking, trying to say, okay, but we need to work first into what is the problem that's gonna. 100% we need to fix something.
Yes.
All right. So you need to have the answer. So he said, okay, we can do it. I want to do this. Yeah, but okay, perfect. Or sometimes we don't have a good days, but that's barely.
See, like I'm
but
thinking about how like
I said, yo, you okay? Yeah. You look like the other one. You acting like the old brother. Like you are the youngest one. You're supposed to be happy. Like leaving that old shit to the other one.
Yeah.
I've always said that I have like a best friend out there, and I think a big reason why me and him are best friends is because unlike a lot of my other friends, me and him have had arguments. Me and him have had conflict. But it's our ability to communicate and get past that that made us even closer. And a lot of times, when you're not that close to somebody, you won't get in an argument with him or with her because
you are not cool.
Exactly.
No.
But when you have the freedom to know that this person's my boy no matter what, so I can get mad right now, and we both know that we're just gonna fix this and move on. And it sounds like you guys just said you guys conflict all the time.
Correct. Yeah.
But you're here.
But sometimes is it because let's put an example.
You give us an example today. Actually.
Sometimes he is in the studio. Now he is in more time in the studio than me. But it doesn't mean that I'm not working. Mm-hmm. Because when I come and I'm coming with I'm come loaded with projects, ideas, and let's do this, and I take him out like. I take out of guard, like, oh shit, you come with the storm, and what's gonna happen?
Yeah,
no, but this is not gonna work, and this is that. Like he don't understand that I just dropped the bomb, and I want to see your reaction because it can work or it cannot work, but it's still I have 10 ideas.
Yeah,
but it's my time. It's like it's a short time that I use. Like I do. Different things.
Totally, things. It all comes to like what the resources we have, the people that we're reaching up to. That's mainly the decisions that we try to analyze what's gonna come after whatever result we're doing. Mm-hmm. So if I'm against it or if he's against it, it's for a good reason because we saw what all happened. Let's say even today we're still fighting like how the flyer of the spot that we're playing at should look like.
Really, even things like that.
Because it's important. Like, what's the perception of like what are we actually playing? Like we're doing in this case, we're doing it for a very fancy restaurant, so the flyer shouldn't be like this. Zen,
one of the new ones that we got. Yeah. Shout out to Zen.
Zen. By the way, Zen is like 2 blocks away from where I used to work. The Diddy is like 2 blocks away from Zen.
Oh, I feel like we're gonna swing by around there because when we were like doing. Asking around, let's say we were literally
it was
around 2 blocks.
It was an energy thing. Yeah.
It was a what?
Energy thing.
What do you mean?
Because like I always have I follow my instincts, right? So in order for us to work, like I understand that I'm in charge to trying to make money for the team, right? As a head. Right, but if he got a project or he get hired to do something, we work, right? But I take the responsibility and say, okay, I'm the bigger brother, so I need to take care of us. At least I got my job, so he need to take care of the studio, and then we need to bring budget or we need to bring the money for who is working in the studio too, right? And so we had the chance in a place called Ciisco, right? But it's like my personality. If you are not out, and you don't ask the question, you're never gonna know which one is the answer. And if you never know if you got the chances, right? But I'm used to if I'm going out, I'm going out and making friends for nothing. Like okay, network. My mind is networking, right? So we have the chance. We played in there, and that day even that day we have a like an argument. Like, yo, let's go I was feeling to go to that place because before it was a nice restaurant. It was a European style, stuff like that. Right. It was like in the summer, it was Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and everything in that corner. And I was like, that's what we're doing. You know, we don't play Latin music like a regular DJs. We are different type of DJ, high end. Like we like to treat our clientele. So I told him, yo, let's go to see if we can have another spot. And he was like, yeah, but we cannot drink. I don't want to drink today. I don't want to drink. Like, just let's go and talk and out.
Wow. Okay.
And he was like, he was like that, and I received that energy.
You know why? Not because I didn't want to drink, but it was like, the perspective of like we might be losing money for no reason, because how many spots we had to stop by, and before stopping to the ultimate, let's say.
What do you mean? You were stopping at so many
when
places.
You go around,
you go around, you ask it.
To get gigs.
To get gigs. So, but we don't go to all of them. So
that's what you guys did. You just walked into places.
Yeah. Simple.
And that's how you guys got Zen?
Totally, but at the same time that
we went to different places.
No, we did. We went to a bunch of places, but that's the strategy that he was trying to get me at. Because you can't just go ask the people and just dip.
Right.
I'm not like that.
I wasn't pretending. We were not pretending.
Relationship.
But we have to see.
I build relationship. I like you to know me, and the vibe make that happen. Right. The trust always is the trust. Like that's our.
So when you try to so you're saying when you go to see if maybe you can be a DJ at a spot. Like maybe this will help up and coming DJs that are trying to get gigs somewhere. Yeah. You're saying you'll go into a spot, and instead of just going in there and being like, "Hey, I'm a DJ. I do X, Y, and Z. Call me." We
are a client first.
You're a client.
We are clients first, so and then we see we need to put ourselves in the perspective if we like it or we don't like it.
You sense out if it'll be a good fit.
We set up ourselves to go in there. So we feel the energy too. And we being in places, it was funny because he get a drink, but we get hired first. Okay. And he was good. We pass him to say hi to another bar. And I got my juice, so I'm good. And he was like, yo, no, give me that drink. Because, he likes some drinks, And, okay, let's keep it walking. We keep it walking. And we went to the place. It was sold. There is a new restaurant. And we was like, oh, shit. Okay, let's go inside. We asked him to the host. And she said, well, we playing, electronic music. Oh, and she said, but this is a Latin restaurant. Yeah, but there is a Latin house.
Yeah.
Right.
And she was like, you got me. And he was like, you got it. That was the answer. But it's Latin house too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The manager's here. No, let me try to see where she's coming. And it was the restaurant crossing the street. And he got his drink at the same place. And then we crossed it, and I told him, you need to get the drink.
You need to get another drink?
Yeah, because we going around. I'm drinking juice.
Yeah.
Where's the point?
Right.
Somebody.
Why aren't you getting a drink?
Because I'm talking. I'm the one who talk.
Oh, you don't talk at these?
No, I talk too, but at the same time, also you had to build as I said, when you go in, you had to be the client too. I mean, we were pretending at this point. We were pretending that we're just hanging out,
right?
And just going around. When
yeah.
At the same time, we were going for a mission. But to fake it, it won't really work. I was already tipsy. So I was like, you know what? Let's check that spot.
And I told him, yo, let's go in, and let's go in. Yeah, he was like, let's go in.
Let's go in, bro.
And I was remember, well, he said he don't want to drink.
Yeah,
but I told him before, you cannot go with that energy if you want to have a good result. You need to change that thing. Yeah. And he was like, he get like.
At that point, I was like, because I love drinking, but just to go drink and maybe not get the result for me was like whatever. But imagine when we got to that spot, and that's just the latest spot, before we got into ours. But that spot in particular, we were able to talk to a manager first, and I feel like he felt a good energy, nothing too crazy, but he was like, yeah, okay, so I'll let you know, guys, to do the tryouts on Thursday. And me, I was like, okay, that's dope. Can I actually go to your bar now? Because I also wanted to try what's going on, as he said, to feel the vibe, if it's really it or not.
Right.
You know, and that's how, because people were always wondering, they're just here for the DJ. And right. People, they start wondering, like, oh, they're here to enjoy. Like, we're not there in a rush to get a gig. We're just there to have fun. You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's very important, you know, when you have to know the style of music you're going to be playing or what you're really good at, and you start checking on the spots that might want you to play that type of music.
Uh-huh.
And when you go to those spots, you know, you don't have to go all presentable, but at the same time,
you need to know what you want. This is basically, you need to know what you want and where you want to see yourself. That's basically that. Because when we walk into that place, it was like, it was 2 minutes. No, 1 minute talk.
1 minute talk.
1 minute talk, and he say, okay.
Did they not have music before that?
No, there was just opening for like the 15 days open.
Oh.
And nice. They have like they started and like he say, oh, we planning to have DJs. Okay, do you wanna? If we can do a try it out. 1 day, no. If you want 2 days, we can do a try it out 2 days. Like, we really want to play.
Yeah.
Right? And he was like, okay, let's do it tomorrow. Okay, let's do it tomorrow. And then we started to work.
Like, can I still get a drink?
Matter of fact, thank you, Joel. I hope you see this part. Thank you, Joel, for the opportunity.
What spot is this?
Zen.
This is Zen.
This is Zen.
Okay.
And you know, we're still playing in there. We appreciate it.
Which is amazing, because one of the styles that, you know, even though we might have our own style, but we also do open format, and that style fit the I don't want to say that style fit the style, but at the same time,
I swear to God,
you know what?
Blame my equipment. Everyone's smacking it around. You know, like,
you know what? I don't blame this. I blame the Modelo.
That's fine. I blame Modelo every day.
But you know what is the basic things on all that? Like, is what is the energy that you want to bring out to the world? Like, because he loves techno.
You don't?
I like techno, but I like more house.
Okay.
I'm more house. Like, I'm more vibrations. I'm more dance. Like, you know. Like so we match in those parts. We mix in. With no problem with that, and we share the decks all the time. So even say that like we always have that is another problem. Like, let's make a flyer.
Yeah.
I tell them, let's make a flyer. No, but it's not a club, bro. We need to make a flyer.
Yeah.
Why? Because we need to put it out to the world that we work in.
Yeah.
That how we are gonna get clients, like another good places if we don't show ourselves.
Sure.
Like, what we're gonna do? Videos all the time? No. Like, we need to make something solid.
You push back against this. Have you seen his side of it now, or do you still think, like, you know, the flyer
50-50?
Yeah.
It's not just a flyer thing. It's more like
it's just like a promo, little flyer.
Yeah. But at the same time,
because I've seen you have been putting out the flyers
totally.
for Zen.
We put it, but
even if they don't pay us, I'm just say, yo, put in $10-15 in promo. But pay to Instagram. You know, why at the end of the day, we want, that's what we want.
Yeah.
So we need to invest in ourselves.
Yeah, of
Simple
course.
as that.
Yeah.
So in my perspective, something for me, let's say in this particular case, right? It's in this particular case, it's more like how you're shown to the body.
Yeah.
So I understand that we had to make a flyer, but the flyer has to be presented by what they actually do. And sometimes, let's say Alex will do it as us looking as artists, DJs, which is fine, but not for a spot like that.
It looks like more a performance in a venue
right.
than
so
at a restaurant.
So I don't want to burn. I don't want to burn my name. I don't want to burn his name. And when I say name, our artist name,
sure.
I don't want to burn it, pretending that it's something cool when in reality we're just doing this type of business that doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
Because that's why.
Because at that place, people are sitting down to enjoy a meal. You know.
It's like a lounge. So at the same time, they sit down, they stand up. But I'm not doing.
Oh, I guess I've only been there like during lunchtime because I've literally had meals there before, but it was sitting down like very quiet. It probably wasn't a Saturday night when I did that. It was like a Wednesday afternoon or something.
And the things with that place is like we don't play 1 hour, we play 5 hours.
Yeah.
So we need to keep that house, that groovy, that techno house, all the music. We need to keep it by 5 hours. Afro music, we need to go up and down with the same tempo or different tempos, but with the same vibe. It's the same thing that we do in Esquinos.
So basically,
Esquinos
those are like that's another
Esquinos.
spot.
Esquinos is another place, but this is
I'll be there on Friday, guys. So
yeah. So they,
which is a month ago because this
hey, but maybe on that future Friday.
He was there Friday. You missed it. You had no idea about it. Sorry.
It was a blast.
I'm not even playing yet, but you missed it.
It was so good. It was the best one ever.
Yo, but it gets to that, you know, it gets to those differences when it comes to like me. Yeah, I can DJ, I can open format, but also I have a goal to grow the company and to grow myself too. Like if in the future I grow as an artist, I want to say artist when it comes to like even DJ and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be burning my name because I already seen it on other people, just burning my name into like spots that I'm not really mixing like that, or we're not really building.
Explain what you mean by burning your name.
Burning your name. So what happens, and it's been happening that you have like let's say DJs, right? That DJs that they push much of themselves as a name, and when people start comparing to what they do, it's like this same thing called, I forgot the name of this phenomenon, but it's just a matter of like saying more of what you actually do.
Mm-hmm.
And that could have a bad impact on people. So let's say if let's say right now you're going to the comedian career, and you're just doing, let's say, just an example, like comedy in a restaurant,
mm-hmm.
and you're announcing it as if you're in Madison Square.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When people start comparing what you're saying and what you do and stuff like that, that's what I call burning your name, because you're burning so much that, yeah, it's Will, but Will is not really moving like that, or
mm-hmm.
Will is not really doing this or whatever.
But we move that way.
No, but wait. That's a different perspective.
No, but if you burn,
I'm about to cause a conflict right now.
No, but you see,
this episode's called the end of global gold music.
No, but he's like, how can we put as ourselves? There are different ways.
How we can promote ourselves if nobody do it. Let's put an example.
Mm-hmm.
The restaurants where we work, it can be fancy, and those are fancy and those are nice. You go and you have like beautiful restaurants, right? But they just pay the DJ.
Oh shoot! Thank you.
They just pay the DJ.
Okay.
They care about their business.
Yeah.
They don't care who is make the vibe on the place.
Right.
So when the big DJ is coming over, it's not about the place. It's about the DJ,
yes,
right?
Correct.
So there is a misconception in who is who, right? Or how you collaborate with musicians as a DJs, because DJs are artists too. So how you collaborate with them? Okay, if they don't make fly, they just take care about their food. Mm-hmm. It's okay, but you need to that's what I think. Like, you need to do it, because if you don't do that, how you pretend to grow and have all things. Now this is the thing. Our conflict and the flyers is how we design them.
Sure.
Right? How we design them
to make it perceive that it's not like a performance, but it's us putting music.
So we need to. So there is a breakdown to see. Oh, we playing in fancy restaurant. We playing in nice places. Like literally, you don't go wrong.
Yeah.
If you get your girlfriend, your wife, they are gonna love you.
Mm-hmm.
You got free sex for three years in a row.
Free besides how much you paid for that dinner.
You got free sex without asking for the ring. Without asking for the ring, you know.
Yeah. Like, you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay.
Yeah, nothing for free. No, but you don't go wrong with those places. But at the same time, and our perspective and our vision is expanded. So if they see you are playing in good places, they want you.
Yeah.
And so in any way they are gonna want you. Okay, we want you because you came to our social media.
Yeah.
They see us as a DJ. Simple as that. They don't see us as a host, as a rapper, as a producer, we are
multimedia,
right? We put out
high, right?
Yeah. So that's why we get in conflict there, but we found the common ground. Like in the conversation, say like, Alex, we cannot design the flyer like that. And I was in my mind, yeah, but we need to make it a flyer.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, we need. Okay. I give you that. I give you that. But take my part, my advice too. Okay, I take your advice. So
it's compromise.
Just want to add a little more into it. I don't want to interrupt you. Sorry, but it's like that, because as we said, like there's a difference in this case, like where us as DJs doing open format, setting up the mood for the spots, doing private parties, and us as DJs as artists, and you could see nowadays that in the DJ world, let's say in my perspective, I like techno, and I have a lot of friends that like techno, so it's very difficult for me to get them into these spots where it's like open format, or I'm doing different, because there's different clientele, and it's something more smoother. Whereas maybe me I'm playing as a techno artist, which is gonna turn into a club. That's
but this is a misconception.
It's a misconception, but people are very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that people nowadays, it's what they look for.
What is the misconception?
The misconception is trying to say that the DJ need to be a producer. It's wrong.
I'm not going to talk about that.
But you say I make techno and I play techno.
It's a perspective of where you play. If you're playing at a club, you're gonna be posting more of the club rather than you in the restaurant every Friday, in the corner. That's the perception of where I'm looking at.
But if you are a DJ,
I'm not saying it's bad. What we're talking about saying.
If you are a DJ like not playing in any place.
I mean, we could set up the example. I could set up examples right now.
I'm a DJ in my house, and then it comes another one.
But it's fine.
I'm a DJ playing in venue or in restaurant, high-end restaurant, and another one playing in a venue, big venues, and another get like famous, playing music from another artist, so it's still being burned in the name, right?
So that's his view.
No, but I mean, that's my...
Oh, God, man. I didn't even touch it this time. It's a ghost. I have a ghost.
Bullshit.
But, no. It's
on video.
It's on video.
It's not
But it's
sorry.
I don't know. For so far that I learned, because I know DJs like back in the days too, like DJ Dero, and there is another producer like
they would do others
like a Brooklyn Bounce, and they do their own music, but the basic things on a DJ just mix A and B, like not even producing to like doing a like right now, like we talking like, oh, they got the capella and they do the remix.
Yeah,
that is a new wave. That is a new, but it's all too at this time. But everybody do that.
Yeah,
but they don't know. They like we have a DJ Sur. He's all DJ. So he say old? No, he say old school DJ.
I mean, he's old too.
He's old too. I mean, he's all big.
Did you
just insult your friend?
He's all old.
This guy's so old.
No. I'm gonna say that he's our big
vinyl
brother.
only.
He's our big brother. So he's like, yo, learn without watching the BPM, because you as a DJ, you need to have the sense.
Yeah.
You need to find the beat. Like that means it can happen anything.
Yeah.
You can mix with anything without watching, without synchronize, syncs. It's too easy right now.
Question: are you the type of guys that when you go, if you guys are somewhere else and you see a DJ playing, are you in your head, or even maybe to each other, criticizing or critiquing and saying, "Oh, he does have to sing."
Not gonna
something.
lie to you. To me, I've been doing that a long time. Not criticize them, but when I go to parties, I don't hear the music to vibe. I hear how they're playing. And
so it's hard for you to go and just enjoy something.
It is hard unless I make it myself to it.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, you start noticing. Oh, he added a filter.
lot.
Oh, he did this. You start hearing different. The same way that when you take like, I'm pretty sure Jackson even say that when you take like sound designers and all that. Like once you go back to the theater, you're not gonna listen to all the effects like, oh, it's nothing. You're gonna start noticing the details. You're gonna start noticing the music.
Yeah.
Like that. And it happens to me too in every single party. Open format, electronic music, DJs with vinyls, all of that. I'm always thinking how they're doing that technique. How good are they?
You're the guy that'll be like, that was a rough transition.
But I'm not criticizing it. Just I keep it for myself.
Sure, but it's
more
in
like
your
a
head.
learning experience. Yeah, and at the same time, it sucks. It's not gonna lie to you. It sucks. It sucks because I don't enjoy the music as I used to. When I was like 15, I was like, oh, it's just a song. Now it's like I know the changes. I hear the change. I hear the transition. I hear the filter.
I actually, one of my least enjoyable things is to be out with someone and I am just having a good time, and then my friend's like, oh, that transition was no good. That transition sucked. Meanwhile, that motherfucker doesn't even DJ at all. You know, like you're an accountant. Shut up. You could go account. You know, like, and it takes the fun out of it. How about, are you like that? Or I knew it. You're too positive. Yeah, you're the asshole.
No, but
you're the asshole. You're the nice one.
I have to know where to follow.
You know
give
why?
credit to random people.
You know why? Because when there is a short time to enjoy.
Yes.
Like we have another friends, DJ Smooth. He's amazing. He's amazing in his craft.
Yeah.
But it's the lighting mix that a lot of people do. But he's good.
Yeah.
So how am I gonna enjoy?
Right.
Like the only thing that what I see when I go to places and there is 4 DJs and they play the same music, and then I can see the same format, same mixes, and then I say, okay, it happened one time with my wife. We went out and it was a DJ Lobo on the spot, and it was 3 DJs before. And my boy played 2, so the first one played one set. The other one played the same songs, same set, and then DJ Lobo came with this, and he played the same song, and I was like, "Yo, brother,
sorry, like, DJ Lobo."
And then there is a miscommunication between DJs.
Yeah,
because there is a lot of music out, but everybody wants to play the hits, the bombs, the top 40s.
If you're opening, you should kind of know your place, right? Or do you guys disagree with that?
I do. No. If you're an opener, you have to know how to open for the people.
Right.
It's always about the people. And some people forget that because, they got the chance to open for this huge biggest, so let me play the banger to make it.
Right.
And that's the worst thing you could do for the club and for the DJ. Good. No, it's not even for the DJ. It's for the club. If you're putting bangers, people are going to give up within an hour. Mm-hmm. And when they give up, they start leaving.
Yeah.
Even though the music is great or the other playing. So you have to know how to build the vibe. Yeah. Even though that's why you have DJs that, these DJs can play an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And then you have OGs that can play 12 hours, 16 hours, nonstop, and build you the entire atmosphere, you know. And that's very important. And people misconception that just because they want to get known.
Openers should, if you're opening, you don't think it's your job to try to steal the show.
Correct.
You're trying to build the show up.
You're trying to set the people up for the party.
Yeah. You're
making sure they're drinking. You're making sure that they're vibing to the music. That they're ready. That something great is gonna come for sure. Sorry.
No, it is. You don't. It's not. It's your time to take advantage of, but you are not the star.
Right. You have to know your place, know your role.
You need to be with the humble thing. Okay, you cannot put like the best of the best because you are not the star. The people don't. The people they didn't came to see you. They came to see the other one. But you have the chance to exposure.
Yeah.
So everybody can see you. You can play good music, but not get the time.
And believe me, that DJ has the most important job.
Exactly.
If you don't
the opener?
The opener.
Oh.
Hell yeah. He doesn't look like that, but if I know because I open up for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And when they come back to me, they're like, yo, you play better than whoever played next.
Ah.
even though I could have played.
When they come back to you, meaning who, the audience or
the audience, mainly the audience.
There's a lot of people
that know
who's watching, who's listening.
Sure.
Yeah, there's a lot like, oh, yo.
So you have to try to,
for the regular ear.
As the opener, you're trying to find your way to shine without overstepping your boundaries in a way.
You have to know, as you say, you have to.
Unless is your night.
Exactly.
And that is your night. You can do whatever you want.
And you play at a good time. Then that's your spot.
Sure,
the people is already lit. Then you're the one dealing with the greatest of the set,
And it's also different if we're like you've my backyard's right beyond these curtains. I know y'all can't see it, but you've played in my backyard at least 2 different times, and I've thrown my own little mini festivals where it's like 6 different DJs and like you all get an hour. Like at that point, you're not opening for anybody. That hour is your hour, right? Like
this is your crib. We're all having fun. I was just playing normally, like the stuff that I would like, I guess.
Exactly.
And let's say when you invited me to that club,
which, by the way, I made a whole episode about how that was a disaster.
Oh shit! I wish I wasn't that episode.
Yeah. your name, you were actually. I will say the name of the episode is my epic failure: the story of Vibe Fest 2, and it's one of my most popular episodes ever.
Really?
People love hearing about how I failed. They loved it. I did say
people like that.
People like failure, violence. I hate it.
But you know what? It's when you realize about that, you talk about that. You see that you come out like stronger later.
I got a lot of positive feedback from it.
I'm not gonna say. I mean, just want to add something. It wasn't your fault.
Thank you, thank you.
Sure.
It really was.
It really was. Like in the episode, like we were fucked over from the beginning because 5 minutes before the event's supposed to start, a fire alarm goes off.
Oh, I remember that.
And it didn't stop for an hour and a half.
Okay.
And they pushed everything back an hour and a half. And meanwhile, the people that are there that got me to do the event. I got all the talent. I got all the guests basically were me. And while they're trying to figure out the alarm situation, they're getting high off of balloons doing whippets in the corner at the same time. And I'm like, you're not even focused on the problem.
Right.
And so
I remember. That's why they were they had like green balloons. And all that. I was like,
they all had balloons. They weren't decorating. They were getting high.
Yeah.
They were like, when you do a balloon, you fill the balloon up with, and then you suck it in like.
Yeah, and they just suck it.
And then they're like, oh, I don't know why this alarm's still on. I'm like, motherfucker, this is like, you're fucking me over right now. So every DJ went on an hour and a half late. I was supposed to go on at a certain time. I had a bunch of friends that were there to see me, and most of them had to go because it was already 5 a.m, and I still didn't go on. So and halfway through the set, the only subwoofer that they had blew out, so there was no bass now for anything.
And some speakers too. I feel like there was only like a 12-inch or 12-inch.
They might have not had powerful enough speakers to make it.
They were going like crazy trying to change cable.
The venue was great. It was like this skate park at night. We were literally set up in the middle of like a skate half pipe. People could sit on top of the half pipe. It was a dope venue, very underground, like the name you guys are pushing. But I mean, literally 5 minutes before, just fucked over with the alarm. And I mean, I literally went with my group of friends to a bar a block away.
Oh, I met you guys there.
Yeah, you met me at the bar because they were like, yo, are they ready yet? And I literally could just listen while having my beer. Like, nope, still hear the a block away.
Yeah, it was
a
crazy.
nightmare. It was a nightmare. And it was the biggest event that I had thrown because I had just finished going viral on Instagram. So my followers went up. So everyone
thanks to the failure,
No, the failure came right after I went viral. So I had the most people realize, like, oh, you suck. You can't do it.
You see, that's the thing. When we're talking about burning your name too. But you do the wrong spot.
But it wasn't.
The thing is that people remember the bad things.
Yeah, they don't remember that it wasn't my fault.
You do 99 things good, and the one thing you do bad.
I agree.
But that is it's in a specific.
No, but that's the thing. Like, something that it wasn't his fault at all. It wasn't your fault at all. It was really the infrastructure.
But it doesn't make me feel any better. It doesn't make me feel any better. To me, that was my biggest moment. Was my biggest failure. And like, so I don't care. I appreciate you for saying that, because I said that. I think I said it on my show. I was like, there's stuff. I prepared for so many things going wrong. I didn't prepare for the fire alarm going off 5 minutes before my show and lasting an hour and a half. Yeah, I'm stupid. I didn't prepare for that. How can you prepare for that?
You prepare that a wafer was gonna explode?
Yeah, that I had no control over.
There's no control.
When this guy were really checking on the sound,
And by the way, it never happened before, and it never happened again. It only happened the one time that I was throwing the party. So I do mention in that episode, one of the most popular episodes I've ever had, that Ciisco was one of the few things that didn't go wrong that day. You were one of the most professional people there. You showed up, you're ready to go, you did your set, you saw everything going wrong, you didn't complain once, and that was it. I mean, the DJ that went right before you, I couldn't find him for like 45 minutes, and he shows up drunker than ever. And I was like, oh my God. I started learning like the headaches that can go with these shows. Vibe Fest 2, my epic failure. But it doesn't mean that I won't throw another party again. Sometimes it just means I gotta figure out all the shit that could go wrong.
Shit, yeah. Imagine when we tried our event and all that. We have to we had to go for the same thing. Same thing. One day, do you remember we was in the middle? Like we got the stage. Our show was in the basement, right? In a room in the basement, big room, and we had the.
Was this the one in Woodside?
Yeah. No, it was on Astoria.
No, Astoria also. Yeah. Okay.
And we had the kitchen on top of the stage.
Okay.
And it gets stuck something in the kitchen, and it started to float in from the kitchen down.
So imagine the rappers were singing right in front of them.
It was water,
like water was just.
and it was weird because
I'm gonna be dropping bodies, and you see the water dropping. Oh shit!
And it was weird because it was the people, they didn't want to move. They want to see the show, so it was a bucket. The water coming and the guys around the bucket like watching the show. Oh no!
I think like the worst one where we had like there was the same spot. There was a UFC fight.
Boxing.
The boxing.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember who was fighting. I don't really watch that like that.
It was
full
house.
Full house. We really had
2
a lot
floors,
of people.
Full house. But full house, we mean it packed. Like packed. You couldn't even walk. Everybody watching. We have like how many screens?
Like 5, 6.
5 screens.
And what happened? What went wrong?
All of a sudden the lights go off. I was like,
we got a short and we get black, like off. And only one TV was on, and everybody walked to that side where it was the bartender. The bartender looked like she was scared. Everybody looking for me.
He was upstairs too. They had
so this was out of your control also.
Out of control. But we need to act. We need to act. And he was like, I got the controls. Okay, you got the controls. Where's Alex?
So your music went out too?
Everything. Lighting.
I was like, I would have walked. I was about to do like a 20-minute vinyl scratching. Okay, let me stop.
Oh no, it was bad.
No, that day was bad.
Do you think that's the worst one you guys have
people
had?
didn't want to live in it, like
by the looks, yeah, it was like the worst.
Yeah.
But that was worse, bro, because it took like 10 minutes to put the power back.
And it was a huge fight too. It was like,
it was one of the most.
Wait, I thought you meant someone found.
It was one of the biggest fights. In the year. So we have the full house, sold out everything, lighting, smoke, multiple screens and all that. Everybody was like drunk. They want to see the fight and see the fight. We got the TVs and everything, and you got the guy performing in front of you, so you can see 2 things at the same time, awesome, 2 shows, and the minute was like, shit, everything goes black. It was TV on the set. Everybody run to the
run to the manager, one of the owners, and they were still running too. Like
they don't even
have
know what the fuck's going
people
on.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Imagine we had people upstairs. They had table. They had everyone. So
panic? Were you guys panicking?
no, but
really?
we were a little worried that people were gonna feel upset about it.
Sure,
Because
yeah,
for sure
yeah,
that's the thing that you worry about. That because at the end of the day. It's the under is Global Gold Music that throw it. You know, the same
your
way.
logo's right there.
Will did the Vibe Fest. You know,
it's
like,
the same thing.
It goes on you. It doesn't go to the restaurant.
Correct. Yeah.
And things are it's out of your hands or something.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
we still look like responsible. On
Yeah,
that.
of course.
And everybody
It falls on you. Yeah.
Oh, where's Alex? Where's oh no, you keep no, I got it. What you got? I don't know. When the power's coming back, I got it.
I don't got it yet, but
I will. We got it. Like, don't worry, I got you. Because he needs to pull back the music. Let's put the Alex back in action.
I think the music came back first before the actual lights.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was a whole deal.
No, it was crazy. That one.
And I'm terrified of shit like that. I'm just terrified of just malfunctions of things going wrong out of my control.
As we said, when it comes to the business like this, one thing. It's very important. It's not perfect, but it has to be perfect. It's so weird. One thing can go out of place and
fucks everything up.
And that's experience.
Look, as we're getting towards the end of this talk, which remember I said that the talk will go by very fast compared to we're about to hit 3 hours.
Oh, I thought it was like 10 minutes.
I would be. I think it would be. I wouldn't be doing my job if I left. If you guys left without me asking you about your EP that you dropped in, it was 2023, right? You just dropped it last year?
EP.
You put out 3 or 4 songs.
Oh, that was on
Spotify.
Like 2 years ago, I feel like.
I thought it was 2023.
2023, I did throw one, and then I threw some like.
What was what was the project that had Mistress on it?
Oh, it's Fantasy. So Fantasy EP came out in 2022.
Okay.
That came out more as a test.
Okay.
The songs are really, when it comes to making music for me, when it comes to techno, let's say, what I like is do it very simplistic, just because when I mix, I can go more hybrid.
Okay.
At the same time, I was testing how the digital distributors work.
Oh.
So in this case, I went by myself doing DistroKid in this particular way.
Okay.
Where DistroKid helps you to go through multiple Instagram without actually me going one by one.
For anyone that didn't catch that, DistroKid is like a
digital distributor company
where you can upload a song and it'll upload it for you to different platforms. Essentially,
yeah. And depending on the platform,
How'd you like working with DistroKid? Did it work for you? Would you suggest that?
So far, I made $7, guys. So
$7, nice. That's $7 more than you had before, but
yeah, but just to put them out, it was like 17. So imagine I'm losing money right now. No, but the perspective was just because I wanted to know how the digital distributor works. Because I always wondered hey, you send it to a record label and the record label kind of does the same. Mm-hmm. They also got their own distributor, but I just wanted to know how they would do it, how it multiplies by itself. And the idea of that techno EP was for me to put a name as I'm a techno DJ too, and I also make music, but also I wanted to see that perspective of the business. And then the following year I posted another one too, just to see how.
I just listened to that too. What was the name of that one? Grand, was it you don't even really. Did you forget the name of your song?
Fantasy. It's German though.
No, Fantasy came out before. That was 2022.
Oh, Nolnate? Nolnate, it's German. Yes. It's German, so it means zero tolerance.
Oh, excuse me.
No, zero mercy. Zero mercy.
Zero mercy?
I believe, yeah.
Okay.
It's about, I like a lot of styles, but when it comes to music, I don't pursue a particular style. Okay. Whatever it comes to my mind. So when I started listening more to it, it sounds more like a minimal techno, and the minimal techno, it's recognized because of it's very simple, but the sub bass, the bass lines of it are very.
I get that.
Are very groovy, are very dark in that.
So
way.
I'm very bad at
identifying gender.
Correct. Gender? No,
I'm sorry. Gender is the music.
No. Gender too. Nowadays I can't tell who's what, but genre
music. Sorry.
I'm very bad. When people are like, "Oh, I love minimalist jungle tech house," I'm like, "I the fuck did you just say?"
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Even
so,
for me,
but I can
house cumbia.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Guaracha.
I like Melbourne Bounce. Like, what the fuck?
I know.
But I can describe the feelings that I get from listening to a song. And when I was listening to your music, you said 2 words right away that I took as descriptors when I listened to it. Bass and I don't mean like drum and bass. I just mean like I feel it low in my body, like
Very low, yeah.
and dark. You give me your music is almost a little scary, but in a good, like exciting way.
Inspired by this local, I always talk about it, Victor Calderon. Very inspired by.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's one of like the OGs of New York, representing the techno scene.
Okay.
Pretty much, he's been in the game for more than 25 years, I guess. And he brings that style where you think it's dark, but you know what we really call dark is more like it's underground. It's not that known to other people.
I agree. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's very tribal too.
Because I feel like when I hear your music, I feel like this is the type of music that I want and usually get from the like dark club that isn't, not Mirage main stage type shit. It's like this is a song you hear at that club that only like real fans of the genre, not the gender, the genre.
Yeah,
like real, like this is real OG shit type. Like that's what I do get from your music, and not heavy, but like dark and like I don't know, like it puts me in a mood where maybe I'm not smiling as much, but I'm enjoying it just as much as other music.
Totally. I mean that, as I say, and it's literally called minimal techno because it's very simplistic in that way, where it's more like a groove that goes in repeat.
Yeah.
But that allows the DJ to have a different perspective of it. So even when you start comparing electronic music, you start comparing like how DJs that play techno, they mix differently than DJs that play house.
Sure.
They have a different approach to the music, the way they're gonna put it. So when I started doing the songs, it's just because of that, because I like going hybrid too. So let's say I will play it only, but then I will throw an a cappella of this very Latina girl, talking sexy shit on top of it, and that will make it more groovy. Or add more percussion, add a different type of percussion, sub into that. And that's where you start playing around in the party vibe when it comes to like these type of people that like that particular style. That's where you play around with it a lot.
Where'd you get the vocals for Mistress?
The amount of porn that I had to watch, bro. No. Very funny enough. There's this girl.
We always knew that.
Always see your phone, bro. In this case, he was like, there is this girl.
I'm like, where'd you get the?
We just want to verify
the vocals.
that.
You're like 8th Street Latinas. Got it from Brazzers.
We just want to verify that. This is the podcast.
Funny enough, besides porn, there is these girls. They do other type of sexual. I don't know how to call it, sexual advice, where they will speak to the mic, and it's more like a listening type of experience of sexuality. Yeah. So these girls on YouTube will put I don't know, maybe like a cardio mic, and we'll talk to the mic on the side.
Right.
Oh yes.
It's like ASMR.
It's a yes.
Okay.
Yes,
so you found something like that.
I found someone doing something like that, and I recorded that whole conversation while I was in my bed, like. Thinking about how the song will go, actually, no.
Got it. I hope that's what you were thinking about.
So if you want to hear a sexual experience.
So this song is on OnlyFans, is what you're saying.
Like a porno.
If you want to subscribe, it's
porno movie music.
There's
OnlyFans music.
I'm very cheap, like 5 cents a month. So
Nice.
But as I said, and then I kind of recorded that whatever she was saying and chopped certain parts, and it wasn't the phrase that she was actually saying. She was saying yes, blah 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 blah. I was like, you like your mistress? I was like, no, it could be like yes, mistress. So you start chopping like that, and I wanted to bring that vibe where, which is it's not lost, but back then, the tribal techno used to have these very sexy acapellas, like that, sexy vocals, and now those sexy vocals are more transferred into the Afro Latin or
yeah.
Afro house. You don't hear that too much on techno.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to bring that back, you know.
Did you work on that at home, or did you work at that at the studios?
Actually, no. I think I did that at home while I was sick on COVID. I got COVID.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's
like
a very
2
productive
weeks.
way to spend your.
Literally, I was with a mask producing music, and but I was in my home for that. I think that EP. I did it pretty fast, but it was that idea. It was like that idea of like even fantasy. It was just like a resample of someone saying fantasy.
Got it.
Resampling that resample.
Yeah.
Resampling, and all of a sudden I had this weird vocal saying fantasy, some shit like that.
So going back to Global Gold Music, do you guys have a timeline for when you might start season 3 up again?
Let me leave that to him. Can I use the bathroom?
Yeah. Go. Well, we're about to end this now in like 5 minutes. So
Yeah,
like,
but I'm like closing my.
You know what? Fine, get out of here.
Actually, for what is the new studio? I guess in 2 more months.
2 months till, and then you'll start the new season.
Because it needs to be well executed.
And do you think you're gonna go for like another 7 months? Well, 30 episodes. That's 30 weeks.
No. Now the whole process is to see who is gonna be involved on those projects, because that is open the door for a lot of people. So
yeah,
it's not only like Ciisco and Sur. I want to invite more people to get their own space.
Okay.
So it means like it's gonna be rotating. Rotating people, whatever they want to do. But at least I'm gonna ask him for 3 months.
3 months. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 months. And I understand that the time frame is everybody have something to do in the weekends.
Yeah.
So we can work it. We're gonna do something with the weekends. That's the whole problem.
The whole
for me, yeah. Because at the end of the day, like DJs, they have their own gigs. They don't want to lose money.
Oh yeah,
you know,
I didn't even think about that. You might be interfering with their schedule to do.
It's time. It's time. So I'm pretty much sure they want to do something on Sundays, or Sunday through Thursday.
Yeah.
That's it.
I hear
That's
that.
it. But after that, like, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Because it depends on what we have at the moment.
Yeah.
I think so. But we want to open the studio, like in fullest in like 2 more months.
Okay.
Oh, I think in 1 more month when they see the video.
That's true. It'll be a month from now. You know what? I'm gonna go use the bathroom too, and then we'll come back to just put a little finish on this. Yeah. Because estoy sudando. De orinar. All right.
Dale.
I'll be back. It's your show now.
Oh,
You're by yourself.
thank you. ¿Fue al baño? Este es tu show, dice.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. But Will is now back. This thing off from Will I Am, getting the drugs from Amsterdam. Dun, 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 dun. Right? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. You know, from what I was looking around here, he's very addicted to superheroes movie. You know who that is? John Cena.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I forgot the name of the character. DC Comics.
It's a new one, right?
It's one of the new ones, but
Ellos hicieron una serie, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
¿Cómo se llama esa serie?
I forgot the name of it.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, the Suicide Squad, but then he made one by himself. I forgot what it's called.
Talk about my toys.
Yeah, dude. You're a fan of like Marvel and DC and all that.
Entonces seguimos con la entrevista con Will. Will, ¿cómo te has sentido? How are you feeling in this interview?
Good. I mean, listen, if I didn't like it, I would have cut you guys off an hour and a half ago. So,
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You make me feel better.
This is let me just grab one more. This is this is great, and I think for sure, I know that this is going to be one of those 2-part episodes. So you guys will be on the show for 2 weeks in a row, if you guys are cool with that.
Sure, totally.
I think it would be better. I think it would be better for listeners, and gives you guys a little bit more time, more focus, more attention. You'll see, too, the way... you might not realize it, but it felt like 2 kind of different conversations, too, because the first hour and a half was more about the rise of Global Goal, whereas the second half was more about the grind of DJing and events and all the shit that goes on. Yeah. So I'm very happy with the way this has turned out. Now get the fuck out because the show's over now.
Thank you. Thank you. See you never.
Almost.
I finished my Modelo first.
Yeah, see you never.
It's like Ciisco at those restaurants. Like, can I have a drink though, please? No, but we're wrapping up. I did want to ask you can't have a name like Global Goal Music if I don't ask you what's the goal. What's your in your wildest dreams for your company, for your brand? What do you see?
Yeah, what's up with that, Mr. Global?
We don't have that name. Oh, what is the main point with Global Goal Music?
Yeah, what do your dreams, sus sueños?
Okay.
Like what are your vision? Your vision.
Yeah, the vision.
Like, let's say 5 years from now.
Yeah. It's a multimedia company.
Yeah.
It's a multimedia to do trying to. I know this is non-stop growing, but this is a good step that what we're gonna do in the few months. But in the few years, I'm pretty much sure we're gonna grow like 1000%, because that is the point. That is the main point. Like a big steps. It means it needs a lot of work, and we are really into that.
So you guys have done like these showcase shows. Do you have you thought about like doing an entire like 1 day festival or something like that? Or
one of the goals.
We did one. We did.
Which one was that?
We did one in the Bronx, right?
The Bronx, yeah.
Oh, talk about that. What was that one?
We even brought the homies over there.
Oh, we even have a low rider.
Get out of here!
Yeah, we got like 5 cars.
5 cars.
Like low riders with all that stuff. Yeah.
What? So like people brought you had like cars. People bringing their cars in the middle of the show.
Yeah, the festival was like.
What was the venue?
It wasn't a park.
It was a park.
Wow. And how did you guys get the rights to do that? Then?
Because we was working. I got a good friend. The name is Mexico G. Shout out to Mexico G. And he did two of these festivals before already. On those times he did one, and he was frozen in production. He used to do a lot of production. He's an OG in the hip hop Latin movement in New York. So I went to him like, yo, wake up, brother.
So you were in charge of
I mean,
what, like booking talent?
We've been talking for like, we are friends, so we talk about projects and all that. But the certain things is like, I tell you something that I'm going to do, but I never say what is the time. That's one of the things that I always give it to me. It can be tomorrow, it can be part of the project, or it can be like 3, 4, 5 years, because it depends on what we have and what it needs. It's not. And every single project, it needs something special, so that it can be money, it can be resources, it can be equipment, it can be something that we need to avoid to spend money. We need to buy. Yeah. We don't want to rent, because as long that we have one, we are going to have 10. You know what I'm saying?
10 what?
No. Like we did showcases, right? Instead to rent the equipment, we bought the equipment. Right. So we make the whole year. Yeah. So we try to avoid those things, and that is like investment and projects.
So wait, so you didn't have to rent the equipment for this festival, did you?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Me too. It was a collaboration.
Was it multiple stages or?
No, it was
one.
one stage.
It was one stage, but we are doing multiple things. It wasn't just like artists showing up. We got rap battles too.
Oh wow!
I was hosting one of the rap battles. I guess.
Yeah.
I was hosting the rap battles, and I didn't know the actual rappers that were fighting each other. I was supposed to DJ for them.
Okay.
But I feel like the guy that hired them, I don't know, he didn't want to show his face or something, or he was a little introvert, or whatever. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Can you host it?" And I play the music. I was like, "Bro, but I'm the DJ."
Oh wow!
And I did hosted it. I didn't do a very great job just because the way they gave me the paper, I couldn't read the actual names, so I was mispronouncing their names.
Oh,
which
no.
That's horrible.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it wasn't that bad because people were still in the vibe, and that was one of the festivals actually. Because then we did a second one where it was just full artists, and even people around there from the block. They were pulling out and be like, "Yo, we have music too. Oh, pull up, you know."
Really?
Nice. We made it time for them too, and then we'll come with their people, you know.
And also we host a few what is the name leagues for the freestyle leagues.
Oh yeah,
for the Spanish.
For the Spanish
freestyle.
Yeah, in that league, you know, whoever wins is that representative. It's a representative of New York for the Red Bull battles.
For the Red Bull
Oh
battles,
wow!
We were
so you
able
guys were
to
involved
host
with
the
that
whole thing for them.
Yeah.
When, where, and when was that?
It wasn't the same year, like the last year, right? Last year.
Beginning of last year, I guess.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But we got like five
five or 6 days.
5
So
days.
you really set something up for yourself here with Global Gold Music, where not only can you put out these shows, it seems like on a weekly basis, as long as you guys don't burn yourselves out.
Yeah.
We haven't really talked about this aspect of what your studio is able to do, but it sounds like someone can even come in and just pay you for time in the studio and record their own show if they wanted to.
At the moment, since like we are reconstructing, you know, it's a little hazardous just to have random people in it. But at the same time, me personally, I've been teaching people too. You know, when they want to learn how to DJ, I just set it up on the table, you know, over there with my equipment, and I start teaching people. I teach people in music too as well. Mm-hmm. We do like independent.
So you're using it as like a little almost classroom.
It is correct. Yes. We don't really want to stop.
That's what we say like multimedia. It's not just like media, TV. We're doing multiple things that a studio should provide. Damn. You know, and I feel like that's
like your own Scratch Academy right here.
Pretty much, you know, that's a goal too. You know, and have this company hopefully grow, and at the same time could be even a college too.
Yeah.
Or like a type of entertainment, but I don't know. Whatever it goes, we'll go with it. Whatever flows with it, we'll flow with it.
I mean, because I could tell you right now, like if I had an option to pay someone a little bit of money to not just teach me some things about DJing, but if you could also show me some ins and outs about putting your stuff out on the internet, directing shit, like it sounds like you guys have just knowledge that other people want and need. Like you're setting yourself up to be a source of that.
Yeah, that's but that is the reason that we're working on it. Like we have let's say we take advantage of the time, right? We always talk about that. We always like trying to be involved with don't crash with the time, my time with his time, with schedules and all that, because we have a normal life too. But we always push into the project in the studio. In my personal life too, like I take advantage of the time. Oh, well, what we need to do. Sometimes I'm tired, and he say, "Yo, you need to go back to the studio to finish the construction." Damn. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. And I was like, yes, boss. But if you don't have that friend,
and I'm just there supervising this shit.
who is gonna?
You're right, though.
Who's gonna do it? And I'm saying, yeah.
You have to surround yourself with people that have the same mindset, the same goals as
and they can't understand that.
And in that perspective, I feel like we live in such hard times that we don't know when things can blow off out of nowhere. And I feel like, sometimes I feel like we're running out of time in that sense, you know.
Really.
And I want to see us successful, at least for whatever has the rest of our lives. You never know what's gonna be happening in the future, so that hunger of doing what we love, it's huge, you know. and we might get into arguments, we might get into
that's what that's like.
Just
He
that
wants to see a
hunger-
result. That's the thing, but the result is
And
come over.
sometimes,
I always like, my brother, relax.
Paciencia.
It's coming. It's coming.
Paciencia y
It's
fe.
coming.
Paciencia y
It's
fe.
coming. So
Uh-huh.
relax. You're gonna have your part, but
And sometimes I'm like a little accelerated when it comes to that, and I try to push him too because I also want to see a result. And, and at the same time, I'm a little impatient, but just because I want to do it, there's the hunger of doing it now. It's greater than doing other things in my life. Very unfortunate, there's things I had to stop in my life just because I wanted to do this.
Do you think, and I don't mean this question in a negative way, I think if anything, it's a positive way for people that want to succeed in these types of things. Do you think that you're obsessed with it?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I want to say a little bit, but not to a point where I'm isolating from others, But it gets to a point that there are decisions in my life that I haven't done that any normal human being would do, just because I see the potential, I see other things, and I feel like I have to give up these things if I really want to grow doing all this.
yeah, it's kind of.
It's very hard, it could come to any type of topic, going less to parties, maybe not seeing too many girls, maybe no working on this, stopping working on weekends, instead of doing that on weekends, going out, go back to the studio, start thinking about that. Right now we are on a pause on reconstructing the studio, so now we are outside DJing, we're gonna do our work. In the meantime, we're still doing this. We're not just construction and then back to our life.
No, look, you're here promoting your brand too on another platform.
Yeah, no, we got invited.
No,
I'm not promoting.
invited.
I got invited to have a talk.
Who invited you?
We come to help. We come to help too.
Who set this up?
Who set this up?
Nah, but it's
All of a sudden you were asking me, can I put a mic in front of you? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. I don't know why you need a mic, but
I don't know why either, because you keep punching it for some reason. So.
I don't know if you get mad for something for nothing. You see?
Hey, you guys send me out though.
Alex, do you think you're obsessed with this?
Nah, I love it. Just I love it.
You love it, but you don't feel obsessed with it.
I don't need to feel obsessed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think that's healthy. That's.
You don't need to be obsessed.
You might
with
say that, but
something
he's been in the game for more than 20 years.
It's true too, right? Other people would have given up by now.
No.
I mean, put it as what I mean is people that say they want to do something that takes work and dedication. They want to do it as long as they get famous right away.
Okay, but that is a problem.
Right?
The problem is you want fame.
Yeah.
You don't want to be successful. And the second thing is that I get a question the other day for a little kid in I guess in Ecuador. I didn't know him, but he write me and he say, "Yo, I want to do music."
You're getting fan mail?
No.
Fan DMs, bro.
He say that's the new fan mail. Fan DMs.
He say, "Can you give me an advice?"
Okay.
And I told him, "Yo, if you want to do it, make sure this is gonna be your whole life.
Right.
If you don't want to do it, please don't do it.
Right.
Because if you're gonna work 10 years on this, and then you're gonna drop the ball, you're gonna lose 10 years.
Damn. Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Make sure that you want it. Be surrounded with people who really want to help you. Surrounded with people who really want the same thing that you. Try to don't be like with bad energy, envy, and all that, because always is there. And try to enjoy the ride.
Damn.
Try to enjoy the ride.
And you do enjoy this shit.
Of
you
course.
enjoy the grind. You enjoy
everything,
the mistakes,
the mistakes and everything.
Sometimes we are this spot like, oh, we should do this, and we forget to look back of what we've done so far. You know? And sometimes we don't appreciate that. I got the chance to play at a huge rooftop in downtown, in the city, in New York City, the capital of the world.
That's
and sometimes that goes out of my mind like that. Yeah. It's like, dude, give yourself some credit. You've done that. I've done the shows. That's
what I always tell him. Yo, bro.
Do you think he's helped you realize that part a little bit more?
A lot, because my ambition is greater than that. Sometimes, and it's like, dude, no one is gonna have a spot like you.
This is New York. Where you
people dream about what you just did.
People just want to be here.
And
and I'm just thinking about how can I be the next Tiesto? How can I be the next?
Don't take it like for granted what you had or what you have for the moment that a lot of people dream to be in your spot.
Right.
So if you complain for why you complain?
Yeah.
Why you complain? Like there's always somebody else who wants to be in your spot. You need to feel blessed all the time. Blessed. That's the key. That's the key. If you're grateful, you got more. If you feel happy and grateful, you're gonna give that to people. That's why that's make you
and that's
millionaire.
Something that I realized
millionaire.
lately. Nothing that even when I was working at, I wasn't even focused on looking at that,
Yeah.
But lately I've been like, wow, I've been blessed on the spots that I've been to, blessed on the people that I met, and I know greater things are coming because we've been putting the work of talking to people that are on other level, let's say in this case, and I'm pretty sure we have a good chance of that, and I want to give it a shot to that and see.
And it's funny, a lot of shit happens. Even we pray together sometimes.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. There is nothing happen without God.
I pray in Spanish because I forget.
It counts. Still counts.
He knows all the languages. The message came in.
Oh shit! No,
that's what we do. Like in my mind, it's nothing happen without his help.
Damn, I swear, Alex, I think you might be the most positive person I've ever had on this show.
Bro, sometimes it's bad time, and what are you gonna do?
Man, you should see Alex in a bad situation when he's not in a bad situation. Like everyone in the room could be like, and then this motherfucker comes like, hey, what's up with that face?
You need
and
that.
Everyone
right?
say,
you need
and
that,
everyone start
you?
drinking, and the entire room starts changing.
That's awesome. Because I suffer from I always think of the worst case scenario. If something goes wrong, it's hard for me to forget it and move on.
Well, what is the worst case scenario that you had in your life? The worst one.
Like professionally, I guess.
No, in your life.
Oh God. I mean, my issue, I think, is that early on in my life, I battled a lot of depression, and it took me a long time to just move forward. I stayed stuck.
It wasn't a grow mind.
It was mental. It was mental.
So that's why you wasn't ready. It wasn't growing mentally.
Right. No, you're right. I was stagnant. I wasn't growing. And like, if something went wrong in my life, whether it was in my control or not, I would, instead of wanting to take a step forward and moving on, I would stay in that same spot and think about how it went wrong and think about it again and think about it again and then not fix it. And it took me getting older and realizing how much time I wasted just thinking about what I did wrong as opposed to thinking about how I can make it right. By the time that I met you in college, I had already suffered so much because of my mentality.
Yeah.
That I remember hi Brittany, love you Brittany.
Oh, what's up with Brittany? Yeah.
Brittany, when me and her would hang out and talk like during lunch or whatever, me and her leaned on each other a lot during school because we both felt like we were struggling, and people like you were
I
like
know her
excelling.
Past, I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, she's been going through tough shit.
And I think that we're the types of people that stay stuck in the wrong and don't look at the right. But by the time that I went back to college, I gotta remember, I was 30. I'm 36 now. I was 30 back then. She was like 20, 21 or something like that. Yeah. And I had gone through so much negative shit that I learned from already, that she looked at me like, wow, Will, you're so positive. Like, you have this great state of mind, right? And I swear to God, no one in my life had ever told me something like that before, because I didn't think like that before. Yeah. I was always negative. I was always like, fuck the world. I was always like, fuck myself, like I hate everybody. I hate everything. And when something went wrong, it was everyone's fault, including mine. And I stayed stuck.
Right.
Then you just get older and you realize that that's not helping you grow. You have to realize the shit that goes wrong, and then realize that there's two ways that you can move on past that. You either use it to grow or you either use it to die. And I just didn't want to die anymore. I felt like a little piece of me was dying every time that I got sad or depressed or whatever. And by the time I was in college or went back to school, I was attacking shit like this is like a beautiful opportunity. This is the chance to do whatever you want. And I had kids that were 19, 20, 21 that were in the middle of that depression, in that middle of that darkness, and they looked at me like, yo, you have the right attitude, you have the right state of mind, like you're gonna go places. I'm like, yeah, you know why? Because I suffered for like the 9 years that you haven't even lived through yet. Like, I'm back here because I feel like it's almost my last chance. You guys, this is your first chance, and you're gonna realize that the way you tackle your problems now are going to shape you for the future. And I just, I learned that, thankfully, in the past couple of years, I don't stay stuck in the bad. You can't stay stuck in the bad. It's like what Professor Anderson taught us. When you make a mistake, if you view it as you just learn to never make that mistake again, it's a much healthier place to be in than just thinking that the mistake is going to define you for the rest of your life or something.
Totally.
So when I look at your positivity, because I look at you and I think that I hope that I can be as positive as you someday.
Yeah, but it's not easy. It's not easy.
I know.
It's not easy.
My son said you gotta take 3 sufferings. One
No,
one cry.
It is a lot.
That sounds right,
but you know what? At the end of the day, it's like when you went through all that stress, it's like self-sabotage.
Self what?
Self-sabotage.
Oh God, yeah.
You
I was
make it to yourself.
I've always been my own worst enemy.
Nobody does nothing to you.
Exactly.
For one problem, you make 10. Mm-hmm. So there is later on, like, what are you gonna do? Like, I always say,
like,
you're bitching. You're bitching.
Yes.
You're bitching about it.
Yep.
But that's to go to that level is like you need to be cold. Like, I can be positive, but I can be nasty to talk to you. Like, you're bitching, bro.
Yeah.
You know.
Wait, what? No.
and then it's a step to you if you take it. How you want? What you want me to talk to you? Yeah. Pobrecito.
Right.
And you victimize yourself. You know, I have a lot of chapters like that, and like these guys say, "Oh, you victimize yourself." I don't victimize myself. I want you to try passing through my shit. I'm passing through my shit, and probably you think I'm a victimized. Okay, tomorrow I'm gonna be good. Fuck this.
Right.
You know, but this decision, and that is the thing. Day by day, you cannot take forever, but it's day by day.
You have to process it. And
it's day by day. It's day by day. Day by day, you're gonna have a problem now. Probably tomorrow is gonna be out. You find the solution. Fuck it.
And yeah, as you say, you know, it's not about just finding you know what, you just gotta look the positive side, but it is what it is. That's life is about too. You know, there's up and downs, and you have to realize that rather than just always sit on the dark like there's something wrong and you're just going that road. No, dude, you have to move on. You have to learn
100%.
That's what you did wrong. Move on. If as I said before, if there's a problem and you can fix it, don't worry about it. If you cannot fix it, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
What are you gonna do about it?
So that's why we have a good result in our work, because at the end of the day, we telling each other like, it has can you fix it now? No, okay, so don't worry about it. No, don't worry about it. We found the solution later.
That's so healthy. That's so healthy.
Let's keep it moving because we want more, right?
There's no time to hold grudge. There's no time to overthink things that are bad.
It reminds me of so when I recorded the episode, one of my most popular episodes about Vibe Fest 2, about my epic failure, which everyone loved hearing about how I failed. I brought up this I love wrestling, and there's this guy that's involved with wrestling that he said something on a DVD years ago that I never forgot, and it stuck with me ever since. And his name's Paul Heyman, and he said, and I'm not gonna quote it word for word, but essentially he says, to succeed in something, he was talking about wrestling, but whether it's wrestling's not normal, right? Neither's music, neither's acting, neither's movies. To succeed in something that's a little bit different, you cannot be afraid to fail. Because if you approach something without the fear of failure, then, man, you've got a real good chance to succeed. But you're not going to succeed unless you risk failure every time. Because here's the thing. If you're not afraid to fail, then you have a huge chance to succeed. But if you fear failure, you're only going to stop yourself from succeeding. And the important thing is, when you do fail, it's not to let it stop you. It's to let it teach you. Because the most successful people in life, when they taste failure, instead of getting down and dejected, they get excited. Because they fail, they go to sleep. And when they wake up the next day, they start thinking about, okay, life, you kicked my ass yesterday. But now, because I know about what happened yesterday, today, I'm a little more dangerous.
Yeah, people, that's part of, I see part of the society, the whole system is created, to don't believe in yourself. Mm-hmm. And the way how I see it, we cannot take it for granted to be in this world. We have a mission. We have something to do in here. So it's not free. It's nothing. You have to work in your own self, mm-hmm. because you have a gift to give it to the world. You need to, people don't we are not teaching in the school how to put in out your talent, your gift. They just want to keep you in a cage, mm-hmm. And that is the music. That's the music is doing. Put you out, express yourself, And there is different things. Let's say I always thinking in the people who like the soccer, say, okay, you can keep it playing soccer, but you have to figure it out. You need to understand when you really you are not gonna make it in football. And there is a frame. It's called.
To me, it was like when I was 19 in high school.
It's called.
For me, it was when I was born.
It's called, but you need to understand that to face the reality and figure it out for what you coming.
Totally.
Because everybody wants to be like Messi, but not everybody's Messi. Not everybody have the talent. Not everybody have the connection. Not everybody have the same opportunities.
The luck too.
So you need to figure it out, and then if you stick it, like in our point and what we're doing is music, we need to stick it, and that's what we like. That's why we get hired. That's why we move it, keep it moving. Is when do you think the music stops? When you die. Fuck it. The party's over when you die. That's it. But then that way, it's a long party. You have a lot of people who is smiling to you in the dance floor.
You gotta be grateful about it.
A lot of people like you. A lot of people don't. They're not gonna like you. If you can handle that, simple.
I will say this, Alex. I like you, and I am grateful for having met you. I met you back when I came over to record Groovy Wednesdays, but I didn't get to speak to you like I'm speaking to you now. And I got a lot out of this conversation, and I just want to thank you, not just for coming through, but God, I feel like a lot of people are gonna get a lot of good out of what you. Not just your message, but your dude, your energy, man. You are, I'm not kidding. You might be the most positive guest I've had on this show. Maybe I just have a lot of negative people on this show, and I need to work on that.
How do you think I met him? Just his energy.
Yeah, right?
He was the one coming to me. Hey, what's up?
You were just this young kid going up to a guy, and instead of you saying, get out of here, you said, welcome.
Welcome. And then it was
he could easily be like, sure, just text me. Because he knows more people that are maybe at that time were more talented.
And he's 52 years older than you, so...
Thank you. Thank you. He put me down 10 more. He put me down. Yo, bro, 65.
You look great for 72. I mean,
Thank you.
I wish I could end up like
and by the time this podcast comes out, you're going to be 86.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. My grandkids, they gonna.
Yeah, it's gonna be,
Yeah, they're gonna thank you for it.
No, but like he got the chance. Later on, he was like, "Yo, Ciisco, you are inside you are in Global Good Music. That you have the keys, so
nice.
you got all the trust. Do whatever you need to do."
What do you consider yourself for Global Go Music? Are you like the CEO? Are you the
that's why I call him Mr. Global.
Mr. Mr.
Global. When I was fat in the this. This guy was like, "Yo, Mr. Global." He said to Mr. Global.
So Ciisco,
that's why you have friends,
Does Ciisco have a title? Does he have a job title for Global Go Music?
Yeah.
I want to say, like, in all the aspects, all the topics that we always talk about, what we were talking about before, between DJing, gigs, showcase, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more into the technicals part. More into the technical. He's also in the technical,
like
too.
behind the scenes.
I don't want to say behind the scenes, but I deal. Let's say we have to do a showcase. I'm the one running the audio. And speaking, making sure that part of his section is going well. He's gonna be the one hosting, so he's prepared to. He's looking at the artist, things like that. Even though I talk to the artist, but he's the one
presenting
in that case.
By the name, he's looking for the name.
Yeah,
I can put in the title. He need to take it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, basically he need to take it because I cannot call it like helper.
Yeah.
Because it's like brothers.
I was thinking, if you're
not even right here.
If you're the CEO or the president, is he the vice president? Is he
basically,
like that.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that he take decision. Like you don't want to take decision.
But you trust him that much.
100%.
That's awesome.
100%. He say, "Oh, I'm gonna give you classes." Wow, to give you classes. It's clean. Yeah, I clean it. Okay. Whatever. I'm worried about the details.
Yeah.
I don't worry if he needs to do something.
Right.
The studio is for that reason, to share it, not to keep it.
I think that's a great place to wrap things up with. But before I let you guys go, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you guys to plug if you have any social media or websites you guys want to make sure that the guys and girls out there listening to know about.
You still use MySpace, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Mi gente.
Badu.
Please add me on Messenger.
Hey, what's your AOL screen name?
Oh my god.
Well, mainly, let's say, if you want to know where I'm gonna be playing next and the things about my life, what we're gonna be promoting, you guys can follow me on Instagram. Ciisco with 2 I's, CIISCO _official. And when it comes to music, we always have YouTube, Spotify. You can just look at me as Ciisco, CIISCO.
On Spotify and
on
YouTube.
Spotify, SoundCloud too. And SoundCloud, you put in edits as well. So I put music that, I don't have the copyright for that.
It's okay. So that's why it's on SoundCloud.
But it's on SoundCloud, so I can share it. It's for free. If you want to enjoy that music and play it, hey, be my guest. I don't mind. Music is the answer to your problems. So yeah, there we go.
Global Go Music.
Great, just lost my copyright. There we go. And you were saying Global
Go Music on Instagram and www.globalgomusic.com.
Nice.
Yeah, myself, you can find it there.
And you guys, be sure to check out the show notes. I will link all of their social medias there. Any links will be available to all you guys for sure.
If you want to go to a party that I already play in the future, because by the time you're gonna be watching this, let me know.
It already happened, so too bad.
Let me know.
But we'll let them
if you
know.
want it, actually.
We'll let them know about anything coming up around the time that this episode drops. Both episodes, because there's going to be 2 parties. You guys are going to get these fuckers for 2 weeks. So
thank you.
Thank you guys for doing this. I really appreciate you guys giving me your night, your time, your energy. I think I really enjoyed this conversation. I really just want to say thank you guys for coming through, doing me this favor, man.
Go for more.
Thanks to you, Will. I always find you a very incredible guy too, as well, since college.
I appreciate that.
And I'm very glad that you're doing this for the people. I know you're not just inviting random people, but you're inviting people
That's
that
true,
are
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
In some perspectives, and also you as well growing as a comedian too, right?
That's true. Yeah.
So we wish you the best in that career, and hopefully in the future, once we open up the studio, we can have you in our studio, and we can have other types of conversations.
It'll happen for sure. Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you guys
very much for the invite. I really wish you the best. Keep the podcast on it. People's gonna get it.
Don't give up.
People's gonna get it.
For all of us, yeah.
And we'll wait for you in the studio.
Let's do it.
With your show.
Woo! Yeah. We'll do
Totally.
it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in.